everyone? Gelman with Live Wealthy Stocks back with another Tesla update video where we'll take a look at how Tesla stock traded this past week, some key support and resistance levels that we have coming up, and based on that, what we think the future of Tesla stock could do. Now, this past week was a great week for Tesla as we knew S&P inclusion happening tomorrow, Monday, December 21st, officially the largest company to be included at the time that it was included in the S&P 500. So, it's been a great week. It's been a great run for Tesla ever since that was announced. So, I'm really interested to see what happens now that it is a part of the S&P 500. So if you enjoy videos like this, hit that like button down below, subscribe to my channel, and comment down below what your thoughts on Tesla are moving forward. And I'd love to chat with you guys down there. So let me hit record. We'll get right into it. So taking a look at our kind of weekly recap of how Tesla stock did, there's a bunch of levels that we have drawn out if you followed my videos, right? So we started the week, oh no, what happened? We started the week kind of here in the low 600, 614s. On Monday, we pushed up into kind of near the 640s, got rejected by this line we have drawn in the 641s that we were monitoring. And then come Tuesday, we opened up a little bit higher, right? Talked about that 650 being a mental resistance. And then we again dropped to this 628s level where we bounced and then pushed up only to again bounce and in the after hours go down to that 628 level. Come Wednesday, this was kind of scary to see, right? Dropped all the way to 605. This is another support line we had drawn in the 614s. As we could see, dropped below it briefly, but quickly captured it, moved up, and then kind of bounced, but wasn't able to quite make it to the next line, so we got rejected. And then Thursday, obviously we were going to see that push sometime. Saw the push from kind of the mid 600s to 658. Pushing near that all-time high, and then Friday was a roller coaster, right? So in the pre-hours, pushed up in the 680s, dropped, found support where we thought we would in the 658s, dropped, found support again, pushed up, looked like it was going to knock out that 680 for a little bit, and then dropped all the way to 628 and then went all the way to 695 where we closed. And then after hours we were down a little, $18, just 2%. But this 15 to 16, right, that last hour of market trading, we went from trading in the 670s to 628 to 695. That was one of the wildest swings for a company the size of Tesla. I've seen this swing happen in a penny stock, but not a company the size of Tesla, so that was really interesting to see. Let's take a look now at moving forward, what we can kind of expect from Tesla, right? So a lot of this hype, let's take a look at our daily chart and we'll kind of see what I'm talking about, right? Around this time, Tesla was announced into the S&P 500, which took the stock from kind of the 400s to almost hitting 700, right? So the stock almost, 800 would be double, right? But grew, what, 60, 70% in such a short amount of time. So that was sort of the catalyst event, right? Is this S&P inclusion. Now what does Tesla have moving forward? Well, let's take a look at, from a price level perspective, what we really have. So as we know, right, 695 is the highest that Tesla has been at all times. 677 even after hours is, from a daily perspective, going to be the second highest point that Tesla has ever gotten, right? From kind of like where it closed pre-market, right? Before that, we were kind of in the 650s. Just something to keep in mind. Now, I've heard both sides of the story, as have you guys, I'm sure. One side is, look, we saw this run up because of this. Now there's going to be profit taking. Tesla's going to sell off, and we're going to be down a lot. So should we sell now? I've also heard the other side, where now that it's included in the S&P 500, right, there should be less volatility with Tesla, right? Because big institutions won't want as much volatility with Tesla. And so what they're going to do is kind of keep that in check. And kind of on that, right, is making sure that, if these big institutions, as we know, it's trading in the 690s, right? A lot of buying that happened at the end of Friday took it there. So if they started buying in the 628s, as we saw kind of that dip, they probably don't want their stock to drop too much below that level, right? Just kind of as they bought in at a certain price, so they would like to see the stock stay at or above that level. So I also am expecting, a little bit of support coming in from those institutions that are hoping to see this price. That being said, though, the amount that Tesla has gone up, if we see a little bit of a sell-off, I would not be surprised. Again, I'm not saying Tesla is going to crash. I'm not saying that it's gonna die, and just I'm not gonna short it. I'm never gonna short something like Tesla, right? That's like walking in front of a train. But I mean, long term, and let me just restate this, long term I think Tesla goes up from here, but I do think that we'll see some dips, normal pullbacks, healthy sell-offs in Tesla stock moving forward. But that being said, since it is in the S&P 500, we won't see the large swings probably as much as we are used to. But anyway, from a price level perspective, let's take a look at what Tesla stock has coming up. So obviously it's near all-time highs. So what we have to reach for, if we open flat tomorrow in the 677s where we kind of ended in the after hours, we've got that 695 level to push for, right? That's the all-time high that Tesla has made. And then I guess the next point, just from a mental resistance perspective, would be that 700 mark. Now, if we open in the 677s tomorrow, and we see a little bit of selling pressure, right? Because what we have to understand is someone who bought in even an hour before closing on Friday, right, in kind of the 620s, is now up decently, right? They're up $40-50 a share on their investment. So if they look to sell, we see a little bit of selling pressure. Again, not expecting it to be crazy, because now it's in the S&P 500. First level would be the 658 level from an hourly perspective that we have drawn, then 641, then 626. And then the other level that I'm looking at is, this 50-day moving average coming in at 630s, which is all the way down there. So 658, 644, 630, kind of 630, 620, 6s, and then 614s. Those are kind of the levels that I'm watching for if we see a little bit of a sell-off tomorrow. Historically, companies, when they're announced to be included in the S&P 500, push up until the date of the inclusion, and then they see a little bit of sell-off after. That being said, Tesla is a totally different beast, as you guys all know. So, only time will tell kind of how that plays out. So, again, just to wrap it up, from a resistance level perspective, we've got 695 and then hopefully 700. From a support level perspective, we've got 658, 644. Kind of the 630s mark, and then that 614 level. And then obviously if we keep going down, then that 600 level. Another thing I'm watching that I've pointed out in my previous videos, but we're way above it, so I'm not going to point it out right now, is that 15 EMA. Because remember, last time we fell below that 15 EMA on the 4-hour chart, we fell all the way to the 180-day SMA. So that's something that I'm also going to be kind of keeping a watch for, to make sure that we stay above that level and don't see a sell-off, hopefully. So, I'm really excited to see what happens tomorrow. I know we've got one side saying we see sell-off, huge sell-off, Tesla's going to crash. I know another side saying, we're going to be more stable, Tesla's going to make 700s in the near future. So it's going to be really interesting to see how that plays out. I currently, as I've said in the past couple weeks, I'm only doing intraday play on Teslas. I'm not going to hold anything overnight just because of the risk of the volatility. But now that it's added into the S&P 500, I'm hoping for that volatility to die down a little bit, so I can invest in Tesla for the long term. Because long term, I do think it goes up from here, but I do think there could be some pullbacks in the short term. That's all I had for you guys today. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, drop a like down below, subscribe to my channel, and comment down below if you were in Tesla, what your opinion is. I know, we're going to get a mixed bag, but let me know down in the comment section what you think Tesla stock is going to do. Until then, let's remember to be a bit better every single day, and until next time.